or signaling principle. Redundancy, this is the idea that if you have a narrated animation, like let's say the lightning passage that explains the 16 steps in lightning formation, where you see an animation and you hear a voice, you might be tempted to also add on-screen text, so captions that kind of say the same thing as the text, as the voice, because some people might prefer to read it. You might want to give people the option to read it if they don't want to listen. But what we find in our studies is adding redundant on-screen text to a narrated animation or video depresses performance. So in 16 out of 16 studies with a large effect size, it's better to have just voice and graphics than voice, graphics, and redundant on-screen text. Yeah?
Is that just with average learners? Because I am follow up on that question, thinking about people who have hearing issues or have auditory processing issues.
Of course. So I think that's a really good point. So there are boundary conditions for all of these. So these are not like laws in stone that you have to follow. It really depends on the human information processing system. You have to think about how are people processing the information. If people have hearing limitations, you obviously want printed text. But also, if the material has a lot of technical terms that are hard to hear, those should probably be on the screen. Or if it's long, if there's a lot of words, sometimes it's better to put it on the screen. Or if you have people who are not native speakers of English, it might be better to have the text. So there are a lot of situations where you want to have redundant text. One thing we found is that having short redundant text placed next to the part of the graphic it's talking about actually helps. So there might be a way to present the on-screen text in a way that helps. It's kind of just exploring that, but that's a really good point. So these are the kind of the studies that have demonstrated this effect. You can see they're pretty consistent, but they're limited in their